I wanna know. I wanna know. Would you love me better if I could?
You know that quote about working 100 hours a week for yourself so that you don't have to work 40 hours a week for someone else? That's me. I got up at 5:15 this morning. It's now 6 p.m, so I've been going for more than 12 hours. This is the first time I've sat down for a little bit of a break all day, packed a shitload of stuff into one day. Didn't even fit my own weight training workout in today, so I'm gonna have to do it tomorrow because it's 6 p.m, but I've still got more work to do tonight. Isn't it stuff that cannot be skipped? Next week I need to make a whole separate video because I'm actually going overseas, and at 14 weeks out I think it's going to be really interesting to show you how I manage travel when I'm getting ready for a show. So this video has to go out today. So let me show you a realistic day in the life of a female competitor who's 15 weeks out, a realistic day in the life of a personal trainer, a realistic day in the life of someone who's self-employed, a business owner, realistic day in the life of a pet owner. Let me walk you through my day from the very, very start. So this morning started a little bit differently for me. I was at the gym 5:45 with my coffee, getting all set up for a mobility workout because I normally have a program in the morning called FIRE, which is semi-private personal training, and they work on a progressive overload style where for 10 weeks they go heavier and heavier. And at the moment they're actually in their deload period, so they've finished their 10-week program, they got a 2-week rest, which means I actually don't have to get up. But I really didn't want to just sleep the mornings away, so I said to them, how about we get up anyway? Anyone who wants to join me, we'll do a mobility workout together because I need to do more mobility. I need to move my body more, and I just didn't want to be lazy. So I invited them to join me. Some of them joined me, which was really nice, and we did a full 45-minute mobility session in the morning. Breathe out nice and wide. Let's walk forward with the hands. And then at 7 a.m. I was recording a before video for one of my clients who's just committed for a year, and we're doing a transformation before and after. So I'm just making her go through all the different angles, and we're going to make the most epic before and after video for her. Without going into too much detail, because I want to save this for another video, there's something in this challenge which is a little bit new and different that I haven't announced yet. I've blackmailed myself just as much as I blackmailed them. So it's scary for me, it's scary for them, but both in really exciting ways. And as part of that, they need to do this little video, so in 12 months' time, when they look completely different, we can do the after and stick it together. So normally I have breakfast in the morning before I have clients, but today, because I didn't have FIRE or semi-private PT and just did a mobility class, I didn't have my breakfast before, so I'm just having it now quickly in the car before my next appointment. So here I've got protein powder, which is chocolate peanut flavour, half a cup of oats, there's half a tablespoon of hemp, and some pineapple and some water in there. Nice, simple, easy breakfast. At 8 o'clock I had an early morning coffee meeting with Rachel. She's doing my business mentoring program. So she's just started her own PT business out of her garage at home, which is really cool. So we decided to have her monthly business coaching meeting here at the coffee shop down the road after doing mobility together in the morning, which was really nice. Then I'm heading home for a couple of hours of concentrated computer time. I'm pretty shit at being on the computer all day. I can't concentrate, so I can only do an hour or two at a time before my brain turns to scrambled eggs. So doing the important thing first, I just order my groceries online, so I'll get them click and collect later on. Now I'm picking out a couple of photos because I've got lesson 9 of my 12-week challenge tonight, so I'm just making sure all the information is fresh in my head. Then I'll go through the online coaching portal, answer my clients' questions, just see if there's any new updates, and then that's it. I have to get off the computer after that. And this is a non-negotiable for me every single day. This I actually prioritize above my training. So this is one of the reasons why I didn't train today, because this to me is more important. But every single day I spend some time with my dogs and have a little adventure with them. I like to take them to lots of different places. We tend to have our favourite places, and this is one of them. This is a local park. And I like locking them in these little cages because I can shut the door and then I can let them off the lead and we can have a little bit of rough and tumble and play, which is pretty cool. And if you've been following me for a while, you'll know that Wilfred, the darker dog, just over a year ago, he actually had back surgery. So he's been through all of his physio and things like that. And he's nearly fully recovered. His back legs will never quite be 100% again, but they are nearly good as new. I just have to be extremely careful with him. He can't do any jumping. So I'm always looking for ways to exercise his mind without exercising his body too much. So I like to make sure I take them to different places so there's new things to sniff. I think it's so important to be able to let dogs sniff their surroundings and, you know, have a little bit of social time. We might come across a few humans and a few other dogs and stuff like that. But it's really about getting them out in a new environment. So, you know, it doesn't matter how big my backyard is. I'll always take my dogs for a walk. I'll always take them for a sniff. To me, it's a job and it's a duty and it's something that we do every day together. When we were in the pandemic, I watched a lot of dog whisperer videos and I read some of his books as well. And one thing that stood out to me is he said dogs need to feel like they have a job so that they feel important and useful. So every day when we go for a walk together, it's a job. I see it as a job. And I know it's not a walk to them. To them, it's a hunt. To a dog, it's not necessarily a walk. To a human, it's a walk because we can't really smell what they can smell. But to them, it's a hunt. So I want to let them sniff things. I want to let them explore and take them somewhere new. So there's always new smells around. And I think that's very good for exerting excessive energy, not just the actual walk or the physical activity, but the mental activity as well. So after we've had a little bit of a play at the park, I'm going to take them to their absolute favourite place.
Shake, dear.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry, I didn't make you shake. Anything else? There you go.
Good boys, thank you. Oh my gosh, I got to show you this. This is my favourite new thing. I was at Kmart the other day to buy something else and I walked past this mini rice cooker. It only fits 1.5 cups of rice. You can't cook any more than that. But I love it because it's so small. I can just use it every second day and always have fresh rice. I'm also making a very conscious effort to drink more water at the moment. So I've got this 1.5 litre bottle that I have with me all the time. And I try to get through that twice. I don't always get through it twice, but if I can get through 1.5, then I've had at least 2 litres of water a day, which is a lot for me. At the moment, I'm really enjoying chicken tenderloins. I don't know why. Sometimes I get quite sick of chicken, especially if you're having it really regularly. But at the moment, I'm actually quite enjoying it. So the chicken tenders do cost a little bit more, but they're always that little bit more moist. They don't lose their moisture after they've been in the fridge for a few days after they've been cooked. So I just like to cook them in the oven at 200. I spray a little bit of canola on the tray just so they don't stick. And then I like to sprinkle the tops with roast chicken seasoning. Just making a little meal for my doggies, which is fresh beef mince, human grade, with a doggy peanut butter and some liver treats. Sometimes I give them 2 small meals a day and sometimes I give them 1 big meal. Changes up regularly. Today they're getting 2 small meals, so this is their second meal today. It's time to get all set up for lesson 9 of my 12-week challenge tonight, which we do in the yoga room because it's such a nice, comfortable space. We like to sit on the little yoga bolsters together and do it as a group discussion style lesson. I didn't get to film any of the actual lesson because I'm busy actually teaching the lesson. So this is just me setting up, and one of the members has turned up a little bit early, and so she's helped me, which is really cool. I've officially made it to the end of the night. This is my last meal. I have nothing left to do for the day. There is no training, no posing today. I am done.